Then came the days of distance between the compacts. Elk followed his children across the Bering Land Bridge to find more fertile land to graze. Rat began to guide his children to take shelters in the city that were growing in the Indus River Valley. Fox sojourned far to the east where tales of his cunning and charm grew like lotus flowers upon the water. Loon, ever wandering, followed his children, watching the world expand and found new lands for his children to inhabit. Aeolus went deeper into the mist to claim a kingdom for his own, and all the mysteries within, coming to meet the many spirits who dwelt there. And the old wolf of the woods, he isolated himself deep within the forests which he had always claimed dominion over, and waited for his war-torn children to come, seeking the wisdom of ages. Well, hello there, dear viewer. Welcome back. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and meet our regretful werewolves, starting with Rissa.
Surprises me every time. Hi, everyone. You can find me all over the internet as the Rissa Rave, but today I will be playing Alayla, snared by lightning, Galliard Arun, with Ghost Council Tribe.
For sure. Let's throw it on over to the wonderful Nola Fanger.
Oh, surprised me as well. Hey everybody, my name is Joe, better known as DJ Torador, or most on the social media sites of Nola Fanger, and I am playing Buddy Dupont, the Silverfang Philodox, originally from South Louisiana. Everything's fine. It's fine.
You know, the
No
more
gaslighting.
you say it, I'm sure it'll be true eventually.
Nothing's wrong. Everything's good.
Yeah. Aster.
Hello, I'm Asterisk VTuber, or you may call me Aster. Today I'm playing Chester of Flytrap Aoyang, and he is a Silent Strider Theurge, and happy to be here.
Absolutely. Elias.
Hey Trips, I'm Elias, aka Big Fat Socialist on all social media platforms, but primarily on YouTube, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And I'm going to be playing tonight Joseph McCreech, everyone's favourite Bow Nor Ragabash werewolf for Apostle, Glasgow.
We love it. Rep Postle Park. And last but certainly not least, Azure.
Hello, everybody. I'm the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. I'm a variety streamer over on Twitch and a production coordinator here on the Rolling Nomads. In this time zone, I am Winona Fights to the Last Keen, the Black Fury Arun.
And just to endeavor not to forget myself, hello, hi, I'm Avery. I will be playing everyone who did not just introduce themselves. And I am the partnerships manager right here on the Rolling Nomads. So if you like what you see and you're interested in what we do, whether that is from a game development standpoint or from the aspect of wanting to play with us, send us an email, which by the point this goes live will be, in our Linktree site. Yeah, hit us up, send me an email. Even if you just want to say hello, I would love to talk to you. So without any further ado, let's get right into where we left things off. There was a night of camping spent in the woods, meeting an interesting character, or maybe two interesting characters, while we were out in the forest. But after a night of camping, the pack made their way all the way to Loch Henry, this sort of mountain natural reservoir, where there's been some archaeological diggings, and there's also been a sort of visitor center set up. After a little bit of investigation, the spiritual malady of this place made itself very known, as there were whispers in ears, wherein Alayla, taking the Krinos form in frenzy, also triggered Winona into a frenzy, pushing Chester behind as Chester begins to open a pathway into the Umbra. Buddy, however, received, I don't want to say a precognition, but I think that that's the best word to use, that this battle would be decided by whoever got to stand at the foot of the tree, which had been revealed to have been a tree where abolitionists were hung for harboring and facilitating the safe passage of previous enslaved peoples into the north of the United States by Confederate troops that had pushed this far north. But there was a precognition that Buddy saw that whoever got to the base of this tree first would decide the fate of this battle. So grabbing Yosef by the ankle and his claws out of some mix of, I'm sure, fear and Silver Fang innate desire to lead by any means necessary, is dragging our good Bone Gnawer to the roots of the tree with him.
I'm just imagining several comedic ow, 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 ow!
Indeed. But that is where we left off, y'all. Chester, you are making this ritual in the most rushed manner you have had to. Normally, this ritual takes about 10 minutes to fully enact. It is my understanding that you are trying to push the time frame.
Yes.
You've already had a minute under your belt. I would like for you to roll me a Wits and Occult, or Wisdom and Occult, whichever is higher. And based on the amount of successes is going to be the amount of time that we can shave off of this ritual in duress.
Is it possible that I, because of the nature of how I already utilize the ritual in having the spiders essentially kind of crawl out of my body, the ones that I packed it, the spirits that I packed it with, is it possible for me to rush it if I, a lack of a better term, made the opening wider, potentially incurring damage?
I would say so if you already didn't have a gaping claw chest wound from Winona.
I mean, okay, well,
so that has already Winona has already taken care of enhancing the exit strategy for you.
I mean, I'm looking at it. I was like, I'm looking at my health. It's like I can stand to take some more if I needed to. So you said
Wits or Wisdom, whichever is higher, and Occult.
Okay.
He said, "Fuck me up, story daddy." That's what he said.
We have to only refer to Avery as Story Daddy from now on.
You know, I saw a TikTok the other day that compared being the storyteller to being a cuck, and it fully sent me. Like, so you just sit behind a screen, you don't really like take part in the action, and you make everything happen.
Does that make your seat right now a cuck chair?
It sure does.
It does. It does do that.
What you got for me, Chester? 5 successes. All right. I will say that it's going to take you another 2 rounds. You're rushing this. You're moving as fast as you can. As you enact this gift, as you've described it, these spiders begin to pour out of the wounds in your chest. These brown recluses, they crawl down your body. They whisper to you as they go. They say, we'll help. Yeah, we've got it. Just remember, you need to give us something to help us build our web. And they begin to move out, and they begin to crawl up almost this invisible plane surface between Winona and Alayla as they crawl out of your body and begin to sort of bite into this open air. And the air is decaying into an opening. It's going to take you 2 more turns, however. With that being said, between Alayla and Winona, which of you has the higher dexterity?
My dex is at 4.
Mine's at 2. It's Winona.
keeping in mind that in Krynos form, you get an extra 2 dots to physical pulls.
Oh, so then it's... I think Winona still is the winner there, but mine becomes 4.
That would push me to 6.
Okay. Winona, that puts you up first. And as we have talked a little bit in our off time about the rules of Frenzy, for all of our good listeners out there, when you are in Frenzy, there is technically a tier list to the things that you want to attack. At the top tier, you were looking at what triggered your Frenzy. At the next tier, you were looking at other possible combatants. At the third tier, you were looking at fleeing enemies. At the fourth tier, you are looking at bystanders and people who just happen to be in the space. And as we have talked about, Winona, what triggered your Frenzy was a Layla.
I'm going to have Winona in Krynos form crouch on all fours, her maw being pulled back in a wicked snarl as she looks towards Alayla. Perhaps not even fully seeing that that's Alayla and understanding it, considering her frenzy right now. And I don't even think she perceives the portal to the Umbra being eaten open in front of her, and she's going to leap forward. She's going to attempt to tackle herself into Alayla.
That is going to be a strength in the brawl.
Hey, storyteller.
Yo,
Question.
What you got for me?
So what caused my frenzy was the violent spirits that are in this space. However, I did see Winona hurt Chester.
I will say you are currently in your second tier of attack targeting.
Okay.
Because the
Okay.
things that triggered your frenzy are not visible to you at the moment.
Okay. Delightful.
Winona, how many
So-
successes you got?
I rolled 2 teeth on the red die.
Oh. Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
I think no other successes matter because it was
No,
really
it
bad
doesn't.
otherwise.
It does not. Whenever teeth are involved, a brutal outcome is made. So this is what is going to happen. As Winona launches herself forward to tackle you, Layla, your 2 Krynos forms hitting together in a crunch. As Winona fully lifts you off of your feet, those massive wolf arms wrapped around you, picks you up, bends her back, and then body slams you into the stones. However, Winona, getting all of that force behind it and body slamming her, you come off of your feet as well and hit the ground, and your left shoulder hits the stone with a sickening crunch. Alayla, you are going to take 4 levels of superficial damage.
Okay.
Um,
You child. Okay.
Winona, you are going to take 3 levels of superficial damage. Note, at the top of your turn, being that both of you are in Krynos form, you can make 1 rage check to regenerate 2 levels of health, which it does now go to Alayla.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that rage check.
Okay.
So because I'm doing this rage check, my rage, because I'm in Krynos, is 5. So that's 5 dice that I roll?
No, you just roll 1,
Just 1. Okay.
and you tell me if that is a success or a failure.
It's a success.
All right, so you will not lose any rage, and you will get 2 levels of health back.
Okay. In response to being body slammed, I essentially want to Kimura that arm.
Sure. I'm going to say that to get that joint lock in is going to be a dexterity and brawl rather than strength and brawl.
Okay, and because
reminder
of
that-
Krynos, I get 2?
Yes. When you are in Krynos form, actually, I lied. When you are in Krynos form, you get a 4 dice bonus to physical tests.
Oh, shit. Okay. No tea, no tea. Fuck me, dude. Okay, I think it's crit success for... So 5 successes and it's a crit.
Okay, perfect. Winona, if you could really quick for me, just make me... I'm just going to call this one raw strength. With that shoulder being busted, normally I would allow you to add athletics to this, but with that shoulder being busted, I'm going to say this is going to be a raw strength roll.
2 successes.
Great. So you are going to lock that joint lock in. You've got her in a joint lock, but you want to rip that arm off. She's a threat. And frenzy being what it is, frenzy is driven to kill.
Okay.
So you have established that. Chester has established what he is doing. Buddy and Yosef. Now, Yosef, I don't imagine you're very keen on being drugged to the roots of this tree.
Yeah, definitely not. No, it's at least not by my ankle while repeatedly getting my head pelted with rocks.
Sure. If you would like to try and break out of that, what I need from you is either strength or dexterity and athletics.
Right.
And
Well,
buddy, what I need from you to keep dragging Yosef is I'm going to need a... I'm just going to call it strength and brawl here.
Just one success, storyteller.
One success.
All right. Now,
Ooh.
normally I would say these beats in favor of the aggressor. However, neither of you are really the aggressor here.
Yeah.
So, what I will say is that you will manage to keep your pace, buddy, but Yosef is going to get out of your maul.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I would like to clarify intent. Buddy, you are still making a beeline for the tree, yes?
Yes.
Yosef, what is your plan?
If Buddy's moving towards the tree, if anything else, he's probably furious with him, just like, what the fuck kind of top of the totem bullshit was that? And he's chasing after him. Come back here, you!
Sure. Now, Buddy is much faster than you in lupus form. So if you want to catch up to him or have any chance of catching up to him, you do have some options that are not Krynos.
Yeah.
His bow is a little slower than lupus, as is Glabro.
Yeah.
But you could go lupus. Now, the bonus with Glabro is not only can you maintain your speech, but you have a physical test dice bonus of 2, and Glabro can run on all fours, cranking up the speed a little bit. It's certainly not very finessed, but the Glabro form with its elongated limbs does make for a certain kind of like our other great ape relative type movements. That sort of 4-limbed ambulation is possible.
Yeah, the proper, like, gorilla method of, like, pulling yourself forward as you run.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind going for that, if only because I believe it's going to require a rage check to shift, and Yosef is dangerously close to 5.
Sure.
So-
Yes, it does require a rage check, so go ahead and give it to me.
No, my rage does not go down, I'm still 4.
All right. Well, you know, these things are wont to do. But you do make it to the Glabro form, which also affords you at the top of each of your turns to make a rage check to regenerate 1 level of health.
Well, I'm on 3 superficial damage, so that sounds like a really good idea. So, what is the bonus to physical tests again?
It's just a rage check to regenerate.
No, it's the bonus to physical test if I wanted to, like, catch up. Like, you mentioned that Glabro gets a bonus.
Yes, 2 dice to physical tests.
2 dice. And I assume it would be a physical test to catch up to Buddy. Would that just be strength athletics again?
I'm going to let you choose strength or dexterity.
Definitely strength, that's 1 higher. What's 10? So yeah, that's a success again, so I'm not losing rage, but I do lose how many levels of superficial, if any?
1.
1! Alright, grand. Okay, so back down to 2. So yeah, he'll be in Glabro, be like, "Ah, get back here, you motherfucker!" as he starts charging up the mountain.
Sure.
And yeah, I'll do the test to run, I guess.
And then, Buddy, also, if you would like to kind of double time this, give me a Dex and Athletics or a Strength and Athletics, whichever is better for you.
Success as storyteller.
Okay.
Teeth.
Great.
That's 2 successes.
Perfect. Teeth is all I needed to know. Yosef, you're gonna do your damnedest to catch up. But you've never seen Buddy move like this, with this determination, with this ferocity. You see that it's kind of a thicket between where you are and the tree. And rather than use the slightly indirect path, Buddy just begins to tear through these brambles like they're nothing. You're going to take a level of superficial damage, Buddy, as you're just tearing through these brambles without any care. But this is going to make catching up a little bit more difficult, Yosef, if you're not willing to push yourself through the brambles as well.
I assume on 3 successes.
You were about to catch up to him. You could have reached out and almost grabbed his tail, but then he busted through that thicket, and you grinded to a stop.
I will follow the trail as best I can. If I need to take damage to do it, so be it. At this point, I just want to punch him.
Fair enough. This is the last round. You're going to need to open the portal, Chester. You can see the other side. These, like I was saying, these strange creatures, they look vaguely human at first, and then you see from the waist down, some of them have been bisected and have nothing from the waist down. Others, their open midsection spews maggots and other insects over their legs, but their legs don't end in feet, they end in these almost raptor-like claws. You see some of them that their arms at the midway turn into these strange 3-pronged tentacle things. And all of them, these man-like heads that they have, their necks are bent at an unnatural angle. It bends to the left and then up. And you see them, and as you see them, they see you. But first we are going to go to Winona and Alayla. Winona, you are first in this. I assume you would like to heal some damage.
Yeah, of course. I kind of figured it doesn't even, like, it's just instinct at this point.
Okay. Rage check, please.
Success.
Okay. Just keep your rage, but you heal 2 levels. I assume that you are trying to break out of this hold that you are now in.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of squirming happening right now, and she is using as much force as she can to try to pull herself free.
Roll me a strength and athletics, Winona, against your strength and athletics, Alayla.
Well, it's 3 teeth on this side, so...
Okay.
I also got 2 teeth.
Okay. So this is gonna get brutal. This is what happens.
A friendly tumble in the forest.
As
No.
girls do.
Winona, this is gonna hurt. You know to get out of this, you're gonna need to fully break your shoulder. Even your frenzied mind understands this. But you know that that's the way you're going to get this kill on this thing. You don't even see faces. It is just the red haze of rage around you. And you anticipate this movement, Alayla. And what you do is sink your claws into that joint. And as you roll out, Winona, your arm is torn free from your body. 5 levels of superficial damage. And Alayla, you are hungry. And you eat. You take a huge chunk of flesh out of this now severed arm, chewing it, consuming it. It is tough, but it is flesh, and it is not too dissimilar from the way that beef tasted so many years ago. It is fatty, it is full of nutrition, and you are hungry. But you have lost your quarry for the moment, and so you must sate yourself on just one bite. As it is your turn, I assume you would also like to heal some damage at the top of your turn.
Yes, I will.
Go ahead and roll me 1 rage dice.
It's a success.
Still holding on to that rage, but keeping your health down. You may remove 2 levels of superficial.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Okay, question. I see my thing. I've committed a cannibalism. I think she takes the bite out of this, and blood is dripping from her maw. Her eyes look up, and she sees the trail of blood that leads to Nona, and she dips down onto her haunches and takes off to barrel into.
A tackle deserves a tackle in turn. I will take a strength and brawl from you, Alayla, and well, no, you can't take actions to dodge in Frenzy. That was one of the things that we went over, so no defensive roll for Winona, unfortunately.
6 successes.
All right.
Fuck.
Winona, you're going to take another 3 levels of superficial as Alayla buries her shoulder into you. But as your back hits something behind you, some invisible plane behind you, that was the last thing the spiders needed to open the way. As the two of you tumble end over end into the umbra that surrounds this place. Buddy, Yosef. We're going to start with Buddy again, because I believe Buddy has the higher dexterity between the two of you.
Yep.
You are in lupus form, so there is no regeneration for you, Buddy, though you can change forms if you wish.
No, I'll stay.
All right. As you rampage through the brambles, give me another dex and athletics.
2 successes.
All right, you manage to avoid the worst patches of thorns as you move through, breaking through this thorn patch, and you're only about 15 feet away from the base of this tree, buddy. You can feel the spiritual pressure here. It's almost like, well, for lack of a better term, it's almost like standing in the clearing at Wolf Creek. There are spirits, there's a spirit that dwells here, not just happens around this area. There's a spirit that truly dwells here. And you see a falcon sitting in the top of this dead tree looking down at you.
What does the sky look like?
A storm's coming, but there's one sliver of sunlight in a crack between the clouds, and it frames the base of the tree.
I want to try to get to that spot and give a nod to the falcon as I do it.
Perfect.
I'm not trying to hide. I'm right here.
You got it. And as you move your way to the base of the tree, Yosef, you said you were trying to follow as best as you could. I think I will allow this to be either athletics or survival based off of the way that you described that you're following Buddy.
Good point then. Well, we'll stick with athletics then. So that's going to be continuing with the 5 count. 4 with rage.
Reminder that physical dice tests in Globber form, you get a 2 dice bonus.
I'm including that definitely storyteller, because at base it should be 3.
Heard.
Alright. 1, 2, 3 successes.
You also managed to avoid the worst parts of the thorns. Fortunately, in that first blunder through, Buddy cleared a lot of them for you. And following, as you do, and you also break the edge of this thicket, Yosef, you see Buddy almost gingerly approaching the base of this tree. And you feel the same pressure. You're cusping on a theurge as well. You feel the pressure here. You feel, in a way that only a bone gnawer could, you feel that hope and a desire to do what was best for your species was murdered here. That a good turn was not given a good turn back in this place. And it is drawing you to this tree.
I think Yosef is going to walk slowly and with purpose towards where Buddy is, almost as though he's in a state of reverence as he looks at the tree. And he's going to kick him and be like, "What the fuck were you doing?"
And it's strange. You kick him, but it seems like Buddy is almost in a trance, and you feel it pulling you in as well, this tree.
Oh.
And I think without even realizing it, Yosef, you feel your hand reaching out. And with that, we will head back to Chester.
Well, I don't know if my plan missed the timing, but essentially what I wanted to do was open the Umbra so that Alayla could actually see the spirits that were her quarry, so that they wouldn't fight anymore. But now they're already in the Umbra. But then both of them tumbled into the Umbra, correct?
Yes.
Knowing that, I will jump in behind them, and
Would you like to take a form?
I would say that while I jump in, I will also go into Krynos form, for one specific reason. But that really depends on Storyteller. Would you allow me to do one action while when I take the form?
What would that action be?
I would like to throw Winona back out of the Umbra if I could possibly do so, on reaction of them tumbling in.
I think if you wanted the clarity of mind to do this, Krynos is not the form to do it.
Okay.
When you go to Krynos, your instinct is to kill. That is the reason that it is called the nuclear option.
Well, yeah, that's true. Would Glabro be enough?
I think Glabro is what you're looking for here.
I think so as well, actually. That is a success.
That is a success. You will hold on to your rage as you leap through. And as you leap into the Umbra and catch up with where the rest of this scene is.
Actually, so, very sorry. Is it possible for me to actually do Hispo instead of Glabro?
Sure, yeah. It's the same check needed.
Same idea, yeah.
As you leap through, the three of you in the umbral side of this, I'm not going to ask you to increase any of your rage, seeing as there's two of you already in a frenzy. But Chester, when you see this, if you weren't such a calm soul, even for a werewolf, this might spark something deeper. The landscape is sun-scorched. It's almost like a desert. The umbral representation of these visitor centers and cabins that have been rebuilt are covered in green and black balefire. The sky here is wreathed in thick, black, choking, acrid smoke. Even the surface of the water has a sheen to it and is on fire. You always doubted those older Garu that said that maybe Gaia was dead and these were just the last twitches, but this lends some credence. And all of these spirits that surround you seem to be consumed with the pain and anguish of that realization. And they are swarming, Chester. But you already have an action in mind. You are trying to toss Winona back out.
Yep.
So, again, because being in a frenzy allows you no defensive rolls, I am going to say that since this is a non-stealth physical test, give me a strength and athletics with a 2 dice bonus, Chester.
That is a critical success.
So just the crit? 4?
That's just the crit, so it's 4.
Okay. You will grab Winona. Knowing that this is your pack mate, and it being a critical success, I will allow you to do no damage if you choose.
Yeah.
You manage to get a good hold of the fur around the backside of Winona's waist and sling your head, Winona. You stumble several feet, and now you can all see these warped spirit creatures beginning to surround you. Hear their whispers. Give us your rage. Rage for us. Destroy them. And as it presses in, Chester, I need you to make me one more composure and resolve, since you are the only one not frenzying here.
Jesus, I'm hanging by like a moment here.
I'm hanging by a moment here with you.
Yeah, with all of you. Fuck, I knew it. It could only go so well for that long. It's teeth.
You are going to manage to withstand their mental push towards you, Chester, the spiritual compulsion that they're putting you under. But you hear, over top of their whispers, the hunting cry of owl. You need to end this threat. And it seems as if Owl's indication is that violence is how you will end this threat. And I need you to make me 2 rage checks. You're not going to frenzy, but you are going to push yourself into Krinos now.
Okay. 2 successes.
As you take your war skin, Winona, I will say now that you have moved into your second tier of attack targeting, as Chester is now between you and Alayla. But these spirits are encroaching on you much closer. And they are horrific.
I think she's going to kind of crouch down on all 3. Kind of like backing herself up, snarling and snapping for a second at the encroaching spirits, and feeling threatened, feeling cornered now. Just like she did to Alayla, she's going to attempt to throw herself at one of these.
Sure. Now that being said,
Healing at the top of the round, please. So,
yes. That's that. That is what I was going to ask. Go ahead and make me a single rage check.
Success.
Holding on to that rage, but you heal 2 levels of damage or 1 aggravated.
I was at full superficial, but not yet
Okay.
an ag. So
So-
I'm back to, I have 2 free superficial I can take.
And you are using your extra 4 levels of health for Krinos,
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Very cool. We love Werewolf.
Which means I need to heal up at least one more time and not take another hit if I don't want to be knocked the fuck out.
Well, you
when I
can
lose
also
frenzy.
you can also well, yes, when you lose the wolf. Yeah, that is a good point.
Because I'm going to start bleeding out pretty badly then, too, at that point.
Yikes!
All right.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying so hard.
So, as you launch yourself at this spirit, Winona, go ahead and give me your strength and brawl with your 4 dice bonus for Krinos. God, I love Werewolf.
Something, something, feminine rage. Something, something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good sound.
9 successes on a crit. No teeth.
As you launch yourself towards this spirit, Winona, you initially go for just sort of this kind of tackle maneuver that you did towards Alayla, but something awakes within you, those words that Gorgon spoke to you. To believe in yourself and your own strength. And finding that inward instinct as you launch forward, at the last moment, you raise your head up and bite into this crooked neck, and this bane, I don't want to say disapparates because that has a certain term about it, but at least disincorporates around your bite. You know that it is going to take, you did damage to this thing, but as you've all learned from Reaches Through Time at Wolf Creek, that spirits don't react to damage the same way, even when you go into the Umbra to hunt them. With that amount of successes, however, you know that this Bane is going to take a long time to regenerate in the Deep Umbra. You know your attack has made purchase in a meaningful way. Alayla, you now see these things that sparked your rage, and you know they sparked your rage. You hear the great slithering of horned serpent in your ear. These could be used to your advantage if you were not lost to your rage, pup.
There is a shake of her head, the desire to now get out of the rage, but meeting the form she's in to get rid of these threats. How close is one creatures to me?
Oh, within claw's reach. They're swarming around you.
Yeah, her intention is rip them to pieces.
Sure.
Claw, teeth, whatever it takes.
Would you like to heal at the top of your round?
I would, of course. Oh, wait. I don't need to.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
I
All right.
don't need to.
Not
Is that
yet.
like
Not yet. Not until their turn. Anyway,
Right. Damn.
go ahead and give me strength and brawl with a 4 dice bonus.
Hold on. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. 6.
Easily enough done. You reach out and bury your claws in the chest of a near one, ripping out what would be a heart, but is just this pulsating spiritual essence that disapparates in your hand. And this creature is also going to disincorporate. Now, I'm going to go back to Buddy and Yosef for just a second. because we're going to do one more round of combat with these spirits. And unfortunately, I have a little bit of a cutscene for Yosef and Buddy that they're going to be in while y'all are fighting. Buddy, Yosef, both of you beside each other at the base of this tree. You hear, as both of you reach out, a soft humming. A hymn, maybe. Before it begins to rise, the closer your nose, Buddy, and your hand, Yosef, gets to this tree. Buddy, you know the story of these hymns. That were the only thing that were allowed to be sung when your people were forced to labor for the aristocracy, for the slave drivers. And Yosef, you hear it as well, but it's not the same. It almost reminds you of what your mother would talk about your nanny that you never met singing, talking about the banana plantations. And in a moment where that is both comforting, sparking the rage within you that this is what your people were put through. And as both of you lay, well, one of you lays snout and the other lays your hand on this tree. Even from where the three of you are in the Umbra, even in the physical world, Yosef and Buddy's eyes and mouths both open as wide as they can, and rays of golden light exit those eyes and mouths into the sky, into the base of this tree. Even in the Umbra, you see it. These rays of light race up from the tree and pierce this clogging, acrid smoke that threatens to strangle you all. And Buddy and Yosef, you hear, "It has been a long time since one who could understand my suffering has been here. And with that, we will very quickly transfer back to a last round of combat. Chester. Well, actually, hold on. It's the Bane's turn. Can't forget that.
God damn it.
How many
Ignore
of you,
me.
How many of you are not at your full rage? Like, so as to say, how many of you do not have 5 currently?
Me.
Alright, so this is going to be for Yosef, Buddy, and Chester, essentially.
Cool. Very cool.
Do any of you have less than 3 current willpower?
Nope.
No.
Then all of you are unaffected, as these Banes whisper into your ear. Look at what they have taken from our mother, Gaia. Look at what the men have done. Destroy them. The cities are not far. Consume their flesh. Reap their souls. And Yosef and Buddy, you're already too far away, it seems, for them to try and pull you back. And Chester, hearing all of this, takes you back to being a little boy in that biology lab. They're howling out in pain just like those pigs were. The pain is just different. These Banes want to continue the cycle. And that is when the name of these spirits rests on you. They wish to pass on their own bitter rage. And you cannot allow them to do that. In that regard, Chester, it is your turn to act.
Owl says violence is how we resolve this, and I am inclined to agree. After finally, with some sense, seeing actually not attacking themselves anymore, I will also go ahead and treat these spirits to some claws.
So, strength and brawl, 4 dice bonus.
3 successes.
3 successes. You manage to claw into one, opening this spiritual chest of its, and it begins to slowly disincorporate as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Could I? Was it possible for me to do the rage check?
To heal. Yes. One.
Damn gaping wound in my chest.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and make me a rage check.
That is a success.
Rough. Holding on to that rage. You do manage to take two of your health levels back up. Winona, let's go ahead and just hit it top of the round. I know you want to heal.
That's a failure.
Hey, you're back down to 4 rage. But you do manage to heal too.
Good. That brings me to 4.
I am going to make my own home ruling here. I see you, dear audience. Don't come at me in the comments for this. If you manage to bust yourself down from 5 rage, I will allow you to exit Frenzy.
I am way more aware of the pain now in her, arm that's not there, that I don't think she fully realizes just yet. She's not looking down. That one of these Bane spirits just vanished as she attacks that. I want to say that vanishing is probably what helped snap her out of it. And then she's going to assess what's going on. There's still fighting happening. There's more of these around. I would like to activate Razor Claw right now.
You have more than one claw on your one hand. You're fine. And it counts for the ones on your feet too. So yeah, you've got razor claws. Sure.
Oh sweet! Can I do some 6 spin kicks on these things?
I mean, maybe. Is that what you want to do?
Liu Kang on their ass.
Yes. Get.
No, realistically though, Winona is going to activate Razor Claws and rush up to the nearest one. And as she's rushing up, she's dragging her right arm across the ground, and she's gonna bring it up in an uppercut across its body.
Sure. Strength brawl +4.
5 successes.
Another as you rake up, being that you're adding 1. It disincorporates immediately as you slash through it. There are more coming. Layla.
Hey. I don't need a heal, but what I would like to do is, essentially, if this is flavored, runs forward and wraps her legs around one of her head and essentially sits on them and starts to grind.
Sure. Yeah. Strength to brawl.
Okay.
Alayla has, I guess, been watching a lot of UFC. with Liar Killer.
Cool. That is was a 5 success.
5 successes is more than enough. As you begin to pound this thing into the dirt, realizing that there is this strange semi-corporealness to them in the Umbra. What that might be, you might have to ask Chester later. But as you take it down and begin to pound it into the dirt, it quickly disseminates. And where we'll go from there, because I live by a 3-and-out combat rule, is you all are going to be fighting these bitter rages for another few moments at the very least. As they begin to rally against you. The three of you together manage to keep the line so that they are not making their way to where Buddy and Yosef are at the tree. Yosef, Buddy. It's strange to find yourself, you know you're not in this form, but your awareness of yourself is in both of you in your Hamid forms. You look around and you see a thriving village of people. Their clothes mark as maybe late 17th century? Certainly not the place that you're in. And that's what's strange. You can look up and see a castillo on the hill, overlooking the ocean, fields of sugarcane. And you see a little boy stands there with you. He looks up. His hair is in a wild puff. His eyes are wild, and he wears a big gap-toothed smile. Who are you then?
Well, my name's Yosef. What's yours?
Nimosini.
City.
Memory. One of the muses.
Ah. Well, my favorite was always Echo.
I love my sister.
Is she down there?
Not in this life, no. But this is not in my memory, this is yours. You brought me here. Your blood memories are here. The echoes of the people who came before. He reaches out and takes your hand in his, Buddy. What is your name?
Salut. Ça va? Je m'appelle Buddy Dupont. Enchanté.
Ashante.
I don't know why I just said that in French. I'm sorry.
It is okay. In memories, the pain of those who colonized us is more present. You found my tree.
Where are we?
You're in your
This
own
is your
memory.
tree?
Yes. This was a cairn devoted to me. Where you have found yourselves.
Oh.
But I cannot return there.
Why not?
My power has dwindled. All of us have. Since the apocalypse came. You understand?
Where?
Yeah. The people back there, Loch Henry.
Would you like to go back?
I fear for my friends.
Of course. And Nemosini reaches out and takes both of your hands, and the world shifts around you until you find yourself standing back on that hill, but the tree that you're standing under is beautiful and full of large walnuts. The fields of heather, you can smell it, Yosef, that same smell from your childhood, the fields of heather in spring. Hear the sounds of Scottish folk music. Children laughing, chasing hoops with sticks. It's beautiful. And you see down in
Yes,
that village that it's not just white children playing. You see 4 dark-skinned children down there playing with them, and you see that there's out on the fishing boats, there's a fishing boat with 2 black men around your age, equal piece and parcel to parts of this community.
Oh, man.
This was what I built here. There were Garu amongst their number that came to me and asked me to patron them. Children of Gaia.
Oh, that's hit Joseph hard.
Are you alright, Cher?
I'm good, man.
She gestures
Who-
out, and you see that there are spirits moving among them. These strange, wispy creatures that have this sort of red-yellow glow about them as they move between them.
Will-o'-the-wisps?
Yes, friends of mine. They serve
Oh,
me,
shit.
they always have. The wisps of your homeland. They are a part of my brood. They are memory given form. But I think the dawning of the apocalypse has turned them into what you might call a bitter rage in your time.
Oh.
I will
it be
give you
placated?
both my power to return them to their shape.
How does that work?
It will sever my connection to this tree.
I see.
The wisps will be free to go on their way, but they will have nothing to anchor them here. It will
That's
give
What will
them-
bad,
happen
right?
to you?
It could be, but I have other cans devoted to me. Not many, but enough that losing my connection here will not destroy me forever.
Where could we find you again if we needed to... just to say thank you, I guess?
Leave an offering for me. I will come.
What do you like?
Photographs.
Aye, we can do that.
Buddy will make a grimace because he has a thought just popped in his mind, but
Also songs of earlier times. Anything that harbors a memory. When given an offering, I will smell its scent. And you, Yusuf, you carry a great memory with you always. And now you kind of can see her in her full form. She's towering and beautiful, and her hair is curly and thick, and she is a woman of color from the Mediterranean with a broad smile and broad hips and a flowing white gown. And she kind of puts a hand on your backpack. Your memories of your mother will always draw me to you, Yusuf.
Tang, he says in Gaelic, funnily enough.
And she
Thank you.
smiles at you, buddy, and puts a hand on your cheek. And your memories of the good time, they will always draw me to you as well.
I don't know if there's any good times per se. But
Do not shame the memories you have with your unblooded brother Dion like that. The two of you were close. He still looks for you, Mr. Dupont.
he does.
You will find him. When Falcon bids you, you will find him. And he will find you. For now, it is dangerous. Your pack has been sent on a great gas. One that might
I don't
dictate
wanna-
the fate of Gaia.
I don't want nothing to happen to him.
Then you would find him only when Falcon bids you.
I don't have much left, but I do value him.
As he does you.
Have you seen my mom? Is she alright?
She as well.
Have you seen my father?
My eyes cannot be everywhere, Mr. Dupont. Though, you are free to search him out if you choose.
Nah, it's not important no more. I gave up a long time ago when he left us.
The
For me.
opening of an old wound is sometimes necessary to clear the infection. I know a lot
I
about
suppose so.
wounds of the mind. They are just memories, after all. Now, do you wish to save your pack, or allow them to be overcome?
No, let's go saving them.
Yeah, we should save them.
She smiles. Then offer me memories when you wish to speak again.
Understood.
And for those of you fighting in the Umbra, tides of these bitter rages rush against you in their attacks. While painful, you manage to kind of square each other off, make sure nothing's getting at all of your backs, come together, hold the line, and just as you're nearly overwhelmed, those rays of white light up into the sky begin to grow and grow and grow until your field of vision is consumed with white light, forcing you to shut your eyes. And when you open them, all 5 of you stand at the base of the tree, having been shunted from the Umbra. And for one final moment, you see where all of those twisted, bitter rages were. Hundreds, maybe thousands of these red gold will-o'-the-wisps. As they jet off in every direction, one of them darts up into the sky, hanging for a moment against those dark clouds that are rolling in, before it just blinks away. And in its place, there's a crack of thunder. And as the rain begins to fall, each drop of this rain has that same red gold glow to it. And the spirit world begins to wibble around you. So you hear, "You have taken the bitter rages away. What would you ask of Scorpion?" And that is where we're going to go to our break. We'll see you on the other side, dear audience. I'm not entirely sure what I've stumbled upon in this village. I'm all the places I've ever been before this place. This knoll is the most like that place where I go when I sleep. Skittering, scuttling, murmuring, muttering. The wind blows, the leaves drown the whispered words of the ancient foe. Where hides the beating heart of Tevesereth? An idiot god screams in the deep places, calling for its kin, and I can hear it I will not be eaten. My heart pounds like the drums in that deep place. Thunder pales as snow deafens. The water rises. Seize the weapon. Blood mingles dynasty. Remember, never forgive, never surrender. The jail of the gods is bereft of the enemy that once it held.
Long have you been my warden? Did you think you could stop all of my plans? I know you can feel yourself fading, growing weaker as my contingency unfolds. Brother, don't you see? In the end, we are nothing alike. I know you have assembled your own consortium against me. So, brother, when you fall, just as the shattered gate watched before you, this eternal vanguard and the entire multiverse will contest with my ignited.
America has always been a place where conservatism and religious ideology has been fed by men to the uneducated like milk from their mother's teat. What this breeds is an environment for blind obeisance and ignorant fear, which controls the masses just as much as the blood of the covenant or the barrel of a gun. Men bring the raising of ground and the pillaging of Gaia's bounty, and this has never been more of a threat to the Garu nation than it is now in the days of the Apocalypse. However, all of this is where this story begins, but not yet where the tale begins. For that, we will need to reach back through the time and haze of the deep umbra to find the beginning. Walk with me, little wolf, and reach us through time will show you a story that even ancient Phoenix has forgotten.
Well, hey there, and welcome back, dear audience. Sorry to leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger there, but before we get into anything too interesting, now there are two of you that are still in Krynos form. So it's either kill things or spend willpower. 3 of you still in Krynos form. So it's either kill things or spend willpower or drop the form. So, if there are any wounds that you would like to heal, I need to know how many wounds you have so I can tell you how many rage checks to make, and I want you to roll each of them individually, because if you fail enough to lose the wolf, then that's the end of your healing.
I did want to say, Storyteller, as I was in Glabro for most of that, I forgot to ask, could I do a couple of rage checks myself?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay, thank you.
So how many levels of damage do you have?
Just 2, and thankfully I have rolled 2 rage dice. I have finally reduced my rage by 2.
Perfect. You're all healed up. Alayla, you're good. Chester.
I have 1 supervision.
All right, so you can make me 1 rage check, and that will certainly be healed.
And that is a fail.
All right, so you will drop a rage, but you will heal that, and you would like to drop out of Krynos form?
Yes.
All right, reduce yourself to 0 rage, and you return to your helmet form. Alayla, you would also like to drop Krynos? All Alright, that will put you in lupus form, 0 rage. Winona, how many levels of health do you have to you?
I have 5 superficial damage right now to me still.
So you're gonna need to make me 3 rage checks.
She's looking down, because it's all stopped, she's looking down at her arm now.
Which is, you have most of the skeletal structure. You just need to finish a little bit of cartilage and some joints and regrow the flesh.
Her eyes in Kranos form are wide and she's panting as she sees that.
Sure.
And that was all 3 failure.
Okay. Which reduces you to 2?
1 rage.
1? Okay. Alright. And as you do, you heal the flesh of your arm back. And I assume you are dropping Krenos as well.
Yeah, and as she drops Krenos, she's howling, and that howling is going to turn into a scream as she feels all the new nerve endings start activating.
Indeed. Hamid form, 0 rage. Yosef, would you like to drop back down, or are you going to hold Galabro?
Oh no, I will. Hell, I'd love to drop back from Galabro, frankly. I'd like to be more human again after that experience.
Yep. You retain all of your current rage, but you do return to Hamid. Buddy, would you like to stay in lupus form or change forms?
Change back.
All right. No check required if you're going to Hamid. Easily enough done. As
What about
all
that superficial I got?
Oh, would you like to heal that?
Yes.
Then you're gonna need to make a quick stop in Galabro form on the way to being human. Make me 1 rage check.
Success.
Okay. You do not lose any rage going to Galabro. Make me 1 rage check to regenerate that 1 level of health.
Okay. Success.
Perfect. You lose no rage and easily transition into your Hamid form. As all of you stand here in various states of pain and disarray, as I said, that air warbles with power before one of the rare spirits in the Age of the Apocalypse that still has this ability, as the spirit of Scorpion manifests itself on this side of the gauntlet. It is huge, maybe 25, maybe 30 feet long. It is red and black, and its eyes glow with this deep purple energy. Scorpion looks over you. You have taken away my allies. The bitter rages. Why?
Their rage was not one to be kept indefinitely the way they are.
Without their rage, the people who killed them will never pay. They will never be held accountable for their actions, and they will never feel the pain they visited on my friends.
The people that hurt those people are long dead. Their descendants, most likely, are long dead. But I'll tell you this, if you want us to go and find a clan of good old boys somewhere and put the boot on them for the sake of some sort of, like, historical justice, I'm down for that.
I will consider your offering. Punches up.
The sentiment is already, unfortunately, past. We are not of a species that live as long as you do. And the quarry of your rage is already gone.
You say that, but their descendants are here digging up relics of that pain. For what?
Trying to get them. those who are digging up this land. We are trying to get to them.
That is a new enemy. And if you would allow us to use that as an offering, we are currently trying to deal with it.
Already many talks of offerings, but no words to what you want from Scorpion.
We seek an audience with Manticore.
Why?
Manticore guards. Oh, after you.
From our quest, we have found that the Manticore, the cairn of Manticore, potentially guards someone who was pacted with the Old Wolf. And we are in search of the Old Wolf.
Another spirit of memories. What has happened to the Old Wolf?
He's gone missing. We are intent on returning him.
And you need Manticore for this? A spirit that has
Manticore.
abandoned you, Garu. That led his children away from the fight.
We understand that Manticore guards a cairn in the Deep Umbra.
Yes.
And that's where we believe. That's where we believe that the Old Wolf had fled to.
The cairn is in the Umbra atop Mount Plum. It is an arduous trek in the Umbra. You will crest the clouds to reach that cairn.
It is a trek we are willing to make.
Why? Because you believe you are some ancient Garu heroes, born of the flesh of those meant to change the fate of Gaia. I sponsored one of your kind before, and his descendants now ride with Fenris.
We are not with Fenris.
No, we are not.
We only desire to. Old wounds that may be painful, broken bonds. We want to heal it.
And you will not make the mistakes of my pact-bonded Beowulf.
We cannot account for your old pact's choices. We are prepared to make better ones.
Beowulf had no pack, just a mate.
So then we have each other. We hold each other accountable.
And should you
cannot
break
promise
my
you.
bond, you will taste the poison of Scorpion.
Punishment we will be willing to take.
Your willingness
Agreed.
does not affect my aptitude in punishing you.
Nor should it.
We wouldn't expect to survive a scorpion sting twice.
Dig in the roots of the tree. There you will find a token of my favor. But I require from you the seeking of your own vengeance.
Well, if you can see into my heart, Scorpion, you can tell that there are people in the world I want vengeance against.
And when you take it, you will take it in my name. Do we have a pact?
I promise the first punch goes in your name.
I do not want the first punch. Yosef, son of Domhnall.
What'd you just call me?
An ancient ancestor of yours, the last Garo in your line. Before your father.
I take note of that, Scorpion.
Yes, I thought you might. I do not require the first punch. I require death. You will mete out your vengeance with death in my name. Do we have an accord?
We do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yosef's gonna hesitate for a little bit, thinking very carefully about what he's committing to. But then he'll say
Buddy will
yes.
as well. He'll be noticeably quiet. Just
In a flash, you all hear the of Scorpion's legs as it moves and surrounds you, buddy. You can feel the edges of his mandibles tugging at the edges of your clothes, trying to get your scent.
Of course, the vengeance of a silver fang is to be savored. But you will take it. Falcon will not allow you to be humiliated again. Once was enough, wasn't it?
you don't know what you're talking about.
I hear the sounds of trumpets. I taste the edge of a daiquiri on your clothes. I smell the blood of a leech and a woman.
Buddy's eyes get very big and he kind of just tries to turn away and not show any sort of...
So you will take vengeance in my name, yes? My blessing is the only way Manticore will not maul your back.
He'll look to his mates, kind of sheepishly.
Layla is staring you right in the eyes.
Winona is looking sympathetically, but also very confirming.
Yosef
I'm
just
more
straight up goes,
encouraging. I'm more encouraging than anything. And if there's still hesitation, I'll just be like, when I saw those bitter rages, I realized that there are certain things. There are certain things that require the violence. And if that in turn happens, when that happens, buddy, we're all here for you.
Fine.
Then dig in the roots, Garo. Find my token. And show it to Manticore.
And Scorpion disseminates into a cloud of gray fog that begins to blanket the entire lock, leaving you to conduct your search in relative clandestine nature.
excellent.
Before we begin digging, Alayla will go to Winona and she's in lupus form because she has no rage. But Winona will just feel her head kind of like bump into her thigh, and she'll look up at her. I am sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't understand what happened. I one moment I could feel them, and then the next everything was a haze. I'm sorry.
We went into a frenzy. Our instincts took over. It was kill or be killed, no matter who it was at that point. You've seen me go into it before. And she's rubbing at her arm, trying to like increase the circulation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's like pins and needles right now.
I think
So-
Yosef is gonna walk over and then pull out a little hip flask and then hand it to you.
Remembering the last time she took a sip from the hip flask and how strong it was, she's gonna hesitate for a second.
No. That was the moonshine that we dug out with your postman rod. This is the good gear that's the last of like what Yosef carried back with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll open it and take a couple swigs if you don't mind.
Yeah, no. You'll hand it back and you'll be like, I don't know.
I was just gonna say she's gonna hand it back and then just I didn't even know that we could do this, regrow our limbs.
I will say, as you look at the wound, Winona, there is a scar from the claws where it was removed. It's jagged and rough, and it goes all the way around your arm. It's raised probably 3/4 of an inch. It's a scar with a story, that's for sure.
Hey, what's the saying? Scars are cool, right?
And for what it's worth, from what Two Mouths has talked about, having scars like that and telling the stories of them at a moot are a source of great glory for the Garu people.
Right. By the way, have you got is everything working now?
Yeah, I can move my fingers, I can articulate, just I don't know, it feels like my whole arm is on fire.
As you talk about how your whole limb is on fire, Winona, it's quickly silenced, not fully, but the pain is dimmed by the intense rumbling of your stomach that is loud enough for everyone to hear it audibly.
Oh.
I think I'm
hungry,
hungry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
wait,
what's a whole arm? That's going to be like 50,000 calories, right?
Buddy will quickly turn to Chester and say, how do you know it's going to happen? Why should it happen?
Because we're Garu. It'll eat at us until we're gone. And I don't want any of you to go yet. Not just yet.
You mean that?
We're a family. All of us.
I didn't mean to kill anybody. It just happened.
I know.
But thank you. Winona, I got food if you need it, because that looks bad.
Yes, please. And thank you.
Daddy doesn't like seeing his child. My bad. Sorry.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm gonna go get this food. BRB.
Yeah,
And he kind of like
I'll
awkwardly shuffles away.
No, Winona's following after.
wait. No, I mean,
Elias, what's up?
But yeah, suppose we should start digging around for that token.
I got it.
Chester, you can feel that spiritual pressure that Buddy and Yosef felt has mainly alleviated itself with Mnemosyne breaking her bond to this place. But you can still feel an object of power in the roots of this tree. So
I will just loop his form up and just
dig.
get going.
All right.
Okay. Two things. First thing. So Alayla is sort of the concept for her is that she's essentially like a witch warrior, right?
Mm-hmm.
But more in the flavor of druid. There's been a lot of like spiritual heaviness here.
Mm-hmm.
And while a lot of that has dissipated, I imagine just in the us being Garu and having a connection to each other as a pack, I would like to begin, if not creating a memento or something of that nature to memory. And I would like to know how I can go about that.
Being that you're a Galliard, I think the best option for you would be to sing, to howl, to recount the memory, to recount your own memory in this place. In fact, this is a very common pack activity in places of great spiritual power, to howl out your own history, in a sense.
Alayla, her voice is broken. At least that's what she believes. But I think as the digging occurs, as like food is being given out, she gets this almost glazed look in her eyes. And as if her head is tilted as if she can hear something. And she starts to sing. It sounds like howls. She's in her lupus form, but what you guys hear is a smooth, almost like a jazzy, raspy kind of voice come out of her. And she sings the song of Winona and Chester and her holding the line as Buddy and Yosef communed with memory and the healing of this lock.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I actually had a similar plan, but I think we don't know. I think Alayla's bit me to it.
Well, this is a pack activity. This is something to have this sort of action be truly effective would take an extremely, extremely powerful Galliard, which unfortunately Alayla is not there yet on her own. However, through the efforts of many, these things can often become more potent. So Yosef, by all means, feel free to join in with something of your own.
Well, ever since I heard the story of Loch Henry, there's, especially after the little flashback and visit to the past there, where specifically storyteller had mentioned that the people down there were singing Scottish folk songs. Now, this has been rattling in my head for the last 2 sessions as we've been doing this. There is a particularly famous Scottish folk song that I am sure every one of the people at that loch would know. Essentially, there's a line from it. Untie these bands frae off my hands, and gie to me my sword. And there's no a man in all Scotland, but I'll bear him at a word. Sae Rontonley, sae Dontonley, and sae Rontonley gate he. He played a tune, and he danced a run below the gallows tree. It's been fitting, it's been rattling around the entire time in Yosef's head, and I think he'd be splashing a little whiskey and trying to join in the best he can. if only for the sake of those will-o'-the-wisps and spirits that went off.
Absolutely.
As soon as he starts singing, Alayla's voice, she like pulls back lyric and starts to hum the melody along with him, so she's just harmonizing underneath his words.
Can I help along with that? As
Sure.
Winona is cusping into Galliard. And yeah, I think she was gonna go after Buddy, but realizing kind of just like the intense of the situation, she's gonna watch Buddy for a second, then hearing that, she's gonna also start harmonizing in her own way, since she doesn't have her guitar.
Sure. And as you sing, as the three of you sing, and as Buddy starts preparing the food, Chester, you dig. And what all of you can feel throughout this song is that it ripples through the umbra around you. Something hears you. Many somethings hear you. And the sound of your voices recounting your own story, recounting this story that you're telling, Yosef, it's drawing spirits back to this place. If any of you have penumbral senses, I believe one of you at the very least has penumbral senses.
I do.
If you would spend a point of willpower,
Absolutely.
almost kind of unconsciously opening your eyes to the other side, you see these fires on these buildings, these umbral flames, this balefire being put out. You see these spiritual trout begin to jump in the lock again, trying to catch these spiritual flies. You see that the feathers of the birds in this area no longer seem to be falling off of them as they fly over. They're getting their flight back. And you can see in the fields of heather that have long since been overgrown by other plants, but in the umbra they're still heather fields, and you see them begin to blossom and bloom. Your
Alayla
actions
starts to
here
cry.
are heard, and they are appreciated as this chiminage. And I would like for each of you that are taking a part in the singing, just somewhere on your sheet, if you would note to me that you have spent, well, I'm going to call it a night of wisdom chiminage. Chester, as you continue to dig, you get about 6 feet in, and you feel its spiritual power before you even clear the dirt away. It is some kind of stone. But you can see that there, in kind of the center of it is some kind of jasper. It's a deep red stone. But at its center, you see there's a small scorpion-shaped shadow. And as your eyes focus on it, you see its limbs kind of tick and move before it settles into place again. It's not very large. It's barely the size to fit and, fill up the palm of your hand. So you can easily get it in your jaws and kind of backpedal your way out of this small den that you've made in the base of these tree roots. And as you all sit down and begin to eat, Buddy, what have you made for everyone?
Venison gumbo.
Oh!
Perfect. So as you all sit down for a very hearty meal, I'm going to turn this scene over to all of you for a moment, and I am only going to interrupt when asked a question.
Sorry I couldn't really follow along there. The majority of my singing was done at football games.
No,
That
you
was
were
wonderful.
fantastic.
It was really beautiful.
No worries.
We're good at remembering lyrics, but carrying a tune,
I think you did wonderfully.
I mean, it's fine, Chef.
If I had my guitar with me, I would have strummed along.
Yeah, in fact, probably for the best
Yeah.
you left it at camp previously, because the traditional end to that track is to snap a fiddle over one's knee.
I'm not doing that with that
Well,
guitar.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. I think you're pretty cool, but I don't think you're a rock star like that to do that. Shit.
I mean, she's shoveling food, by the way. Like,
Take your time now. It's not. No one gonna take it from you.
I am following my instincts. I need to eat.
Buddy, she just regrew an arm. That's going to be at least 50,000 calories.
Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any manners when eating food.
She's gonna kind of blush at that and kind of slow down
Oh.
slightly.
Also, Joseph,
Yeah?
What? Did you hit him?
You were the one that dragged me like commute through the woods. I can
you
still
hit
feel
me
back the
again.
stars.
You only got to be a bastard and do that. Well, excuse my French. That was inappropriate. But, yes. Anybody want seconds? Chester, I know you want seconds. 1 second. Here, you take this, because you put in a lot of work.
We all did. But
And you,
I'm also hungry. Yes.
I knew that. Now I went on, my sweet
Yes, sir.
child here. I'm gonna give you this one now. I'm just gonna put it right there. Don't attack me. Just go eat it.
Okay, she's gonna carefully, like, almost like she's showing him that she can eat properly. Just eating it very slowly.
As
Boy,
Alayla goes to
boy,
take a bite, she says, "Spoken like a father," and then continues eating.
But it will freeze. No. Just, the little. Oh, yeah, there you go. I didn't want to do what my mom would do. Well, that too, with just, that, but it's. Sorry, I'm just gonna eat and not say anything.
Not to necessarily defend like your buddies, like administrative, but it does, Winona, usually benefit like your intake of food and nutrients if you chew your food.
Yeah, don't inhale it like that. It's not going nowhere. I made
You're a
enough for
wolf,
everybody
not a
to eat.
duck.
And that does look painful. It's gonna take a little while to heal it back up, but it's fine.
Speaking of the arm, not because we need it as a souvenir, but I think we need to clean up the other one.
I
The other
agree.
one, it's still. I think at that point, she's gonna have finished her current bowl, and she's going to abruptly stand up, and she's going to try to look around to where it might have been.
Hey, storyteller, did I eat that whole fucking arm, or just take a bite out of it? Okay, cool.
There's one very savage bite mark out of the top of it.
Okay.
But you
Like
find
right
it.
at the stump.
Yeah, you find it laying on the ground beside the visitor center.
I just,
I-
it just
She's-
it's a severed arm.
She's gonna walk up to it, and there's a very surreal moment that's happening in Winona's mind as she looks at her arm on the ground, and then her arm now attached to her once severed shoulder. And
Give me a wits and awareness.
I rolled 2 teeth.
Wait, so you just pick it up and start licking your lips like...
No, I think as you pick it up, Winona, you notice a difference. You see on the inside of your bicep that you have now, it could almost pass for a birthmark. But you know Garu glyphs.
Oh.
And you see the symbol of your tribe, the Black Furies, a crescent moon with 4 claws above it. And as you do, there's almost a dissociation from this arm that you hold, and you feel the need to just destroy it. It's not a part of you anymore. You don't need it. You never needed it.
I will think that she will go over to the lock, and you know, there's stuff that lives in that. Yeah, there's stuff that can benefit from that. There's nature. It's giving back something that used to be a part of herself and is not needed anymore. It's shed from her. And with that knowledge, she's going to throw it as hard as she can, as close to this, as deep into the lock as she can chuck it.
As you throw it, you look down and see your reflection in the lock, but you don't see yourself. You see that woman with the dripping hair. You see Gorgon as she looks up at you from the surface of the water. Shed like a name that didn't suit you. Shed like clothing that was forced upon you. Shed like everything this world wanted you to be before I claimed you. That they still want you to be. Always shed them. You don't need them. Fights to the last.
And I will fight to the last to remain me.
The water ripples away, and you see your reflection staring back at you.
I think for the first time in a very long time, she earnestly smiles. And I think she's going to linger there.
But
She's just looking at the water.
What do you see, Chef?
I see me. I don't see Jack. I don't see who I used to be. I don't see my weak self. I see me.
Now, you've never been weak. Don't let anybody tell you that, Chef. Not even your sorry-ass daddy. Look, if you need me, I'm here. I don't have much, but I can be a listening ear if you want. And I know you've got a lot going on in your mind about what's happening. But anything you want to know, I'll tell you.
I may not have known you when you were with Jack. I may not have known you that long, but I've always needed you.
What a kind thing to say. I think.
Can I hug you?
Yeah. You certainly can.
And
I'll hug her and I'll say, you're a good daughter. You're a good child.
And
It'll be
I think
all
she's
right.
gonna openly weep in his embrace.
Are there any other scenes that you all wish to have before making the short sojourn back to your campsite?
Maybe one actually, storyteller. You mentioned that the heather here is all overgrown with other plants around, but is there any of it left?
It's going to take a little bit of digging through it, but you can find some.
Now that'll be a gift from Magpie.
Sure. Absolutely. Easily enough, the broad, beautiful leaves are easy to roll up and just tuck in your backpack.
Specifically, I want to dig out some plants from the roots to take home to the cairn.
Genau. Okay. Yeah, easily enough done. You have to kind of gingerly put them in your backpack. You might be getting a little dirt on the colors that you carry with you, but they've had dirt on them before, and they'll have dirt on them again.
That they have, That they have.
Chester.
While getting the second plate and everything, I'm going to just silently sit close to Alayla and not say anything for a while, and just kind of quietly eating for a bit, and then just, you okay?
Yes. I regret hurting Winona.
I know. But it wasn't your fault.
I do not like losing control.
I don't think anybody does. And if you do, then there's a lot bigger problem to solve than just losing control.
Are you okay?
I'm just glad all of you are fine.
That is not an answer.
It is to me.
She will bump her forehead into his and say, one day you will trust someone to carry the burden with you. I hope one day that is me.
I silently return the gesture and just kind of linger there, forehead to forehead for a little bit. And just... I'm just glad you're safe. All of you.
He is gonna shove his plate aside and just lay in his lap. She's fully like wolf right now, so she's just gonna curl up in his lap and hold him. I think she can sense how shaken he is and is just offering that heat, that comfort of, this is real, you are real, I am real, we're all okay.
I'm just gonna let the silence take us. Just kind of keep us there.
A few moments into this relaxation, you feel a flutter of wings, Chester. You feel it too, Alayla, as that morning dove lands back on your shoulder. And in that voice that only you can hear, Chester, he says,
"This is why I chose you, Flytrap. You are cunning enough to find the one great hole in Owl's ban of you having a home. It is to put your heart in the hands of another. That will always be home. Clever little wolf. But you will need to be more clever for the path ahead. The sept of the open sky and the path there is treacherous. A cairn that exists above the clouds, there have only ever been few. One I know you know. In the ancient days it was called Olympus.
It's not just gonna take one.
No,
One of us.
it will not. And though there is a fang among you, the path is through the Umbra. will be treacherous. But I will show you the way. And my blessing to you will allow you to follow it home. Now, ask me a question.
If you could grant me a permission, I'd like to just sit a while with my family.
You have until the moon sets and the sun rises to ask a question. That is our bond.
What you've mentioned, accidentally, I have done so. I have indeed given my heart to someone else so that it could have a home. But a part of me can't shake that that's also temporary. Owl's reach is wingspan is very vast.
And yet, will you give up before the path has reached its end? Or will you choose to struggle for more time?
I'm Goro. I choose to rage.
You have until the sun rises. And it flies off of your shoulder. Eventually, all of you come back together, knowing that it's about an hour's travel. If you go through the night, you'll probably need to sleep in the morning, but it's an easy enough trek back in the dark in your lupus forms, having those heightened senses. It'll be easy enough. And so you leave this place that you've healed, or at least helped begin its healing process. Make your way back to the camp that you fortified the night before with some old car doors and some tarps that you found. There's not a lot to be said about the pros of this life, as Yosef loves to remark on, but it's also not the worst deal you could have been given. So you return to your camp, find everything where it is. In fact, things got tidied up around camp, and there's a small handwritten note from Rod that says, "Noticed you left some things out, just wanted to tidy up."
Oh, bless Rod the postman, swear to God.
And you all rest. Sleep takes you. I assume there's a question asked before the sun rises, Chester, but we don't need to go fully into that right now. And as the sun rises and nearly gets into noontime before the lot of you wake up, you're free to continue your journey. Over some kind of breakfast, I imagine, I will leave you all to discuss the particulars of the next step in your journey.
In between eating while we're surrounding, whatever, if we're set up a fire or whatever, Winona is breaking in the new arm by attempting to play guitar. She's just strumming some tunes, randomly shifting between some of the songs you've heard her play before.
I have mentioned before that before we started off on our journey, Alayla had been giving little gifts and doing little things for her pack without their notice. And I know that Yosef's spirit crow likes gifts and things of a shiny persuasion.
Magpie, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so I would like it if you'll allow that at some point before Yosef woke up, Alayla would have sneakily put in a very beautiful, shiny rock that she may have found and just put it in his pack. So yeah, whenever you're fucking digging around your bag, you got a shiny rock in there. But yeah. And then at some point during breakfast or whatever, she will go over to Winona and say, "Stand up, I want to show you something."
Oh, sure. And she's gonna very carefully place her guitar down. I think because like it does take a while, like the pain does recede, but there's still like this weird feeling as she brushes her fingers against the strings. It like sends like that. I don't know how to explain it other than the bad feeling.
The like weird tingles. Yeah.
Yeah. But she'll stand up.
And she will kind of bring her to where it's a little more clear. And she is going to teach her how to do essentially a proper triangle choke.
Oh.
And she will say, "I learned this watching the box inside of Liar Killer's house." And then we'll proceed to teach her how to do it. And we'll be like, "You need to break in your new arm."
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I'm totally. Winona is totally down for this. This is fun.
Yeah. So what you'll see is that Alayla has picked up specifically Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and she starts teaching you submissions. She's a quick learner. So.
I'm here for it. I love it so much. Winona will take in whatever is given to her.
How'd you sleep?
Enough.
Like the dead.
Well, you say enough. How long is enough?
Well, truth be told, it is enough for me to function well. But I think if we're all well rested and everything, and if there are no more sidetracks, we have a mountain to climb.
Oh, I agree. I'm just making sure you're all right. Again, I know we did all our own part, but you put in a lot of work there, Chef. You sacrifice a lot. And if we're going to be in this family, I need to at least tell you that I'm thankful for what you do. And at the risk of sounding cheesy, but I'm proud of you for what you do.
Thank you. Truthfully speaking, I did have to open the Umbra in a very unconventional way yesterday. And I would honestly say that I am not wanting to do that again. So when we are ready, and when we are going to make the trek again, I would like to take as long as the rite would take to make it as comfortable as possible.
Say no more.
I imagine it hurts.
Somewhat.
Without thinking about it, Buddy will kind of like a parent does to a child when they're like ill, like hand will shoot out and just like it'll probably like stun Chester a bit, like sorry. Reflex. I used to get sick sometimes, and never mind. But thank you for what you do. You want more breakfast scramble? There's eggs, cheese, and everything. I'm going over here.
I I'm in the okay. Alayla's in the middle of like having Alayla in her fucking in between her arm like this, and she looks over at Chester and just raises an eyebrow because she caught the stuttering there.
I want to say because we're both kind of hypersensitive to that now with Buddy. We're just like it's not just Alayla. Winona mid choke being choked out for a second there is like.
Yeah.
Joseph, have you sat out your offering to Magpie?
Oh, you mean the heather plants?
Yeah, and a strange stone that has found its way into your pack.
So just like, well, that's a cool fucking rock. Oh, Magpie, you want a cool rock?
And sort of coming out of the Umbra and landing, Magpie looks around. That is a cool rock. I like rocks. Can I has?
That was yours.
Can I has?
Yeah, you can has. You can has like real good.
And
I have no idea where it came from, but
he
here.
takes it and like tilts his head back and swallows it. Good rock.
Good rock. Now,
You
I know that
You found home plants.
Yeah, like I know that you said you wanted lavender, but like there was some heather here, and I just couldn't resist not taking that. I don't know if that's necessarily fulfilling our compact, but
It will. I will take this. After
Great.
all,
Keep your arm out.
you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Damn right.
And Magpie reaches out and swallows it all and says, okay. Also, I brought you a thing.
You brought me a thing.
And Magpie holds their wing up and kind of shakes it, and a cell phone falls out of the feather.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Cell phone, Magpie.
Yes.
I know I've got one already, but like but it's always handy to have an extra. Like, was it a flip phone or?
It's like an old Nokia brick.
Oh, wonderful! Like an old N2300, one of those indestructible ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a phone and a weapon. Thank you, Magpie.
Yes. You were the only one who had one, and I figured it might be good if you got separated.
It's a plan, actually. Aye.
Also,
In
you should
that
check
case,
your phone.
All right, I check my phone.
You've got about 4 unread texts.
Who from?
3 of them are from Two Mouths, and one of them is a number you don't recognize.
Well, I'll look at the ones from Two Mouths first. What do they say?
First one, how's it going? Second one. And I need to stress that between the first and the second, there's about 2 hours time difference. They're all
Right.
from last night. The second one says, hey, need to pick your brain about something. Just had an idea. Let me know when you have time. And then the third one says, I love you, buddy. I miss you so much. This is hell without you. There's no one to drink with. I'm dying.
All right, okay. You know what? Am I getting cell reception out here?
You do.
I assume I
actually.
am if I get the text. Yeah. So, okay, in that case, you know what I'll do? I'll immediately phone Two Mouths.
Phone rings. Rings again. This is Thomas Baird. Who's that?
Well, Thomas Baird, this is Yosef McCreish.
Oh, how you doing? How you doing, Punches Up? You good? I texted you a few times. I don't know if you got... I kind of got a little in the sauce last night, and I think I might have texted you a few times.
Oh, it's all right, man. Like, everything's cool over here. Like, we did have to do some like whack shit. Like, around like you're up here in Loch Henry.
I heard about it. I had a cousin from up around Circleville's way, who said something about his nanny or grandpappy or something used to live up there.
Yeah. Well, there was some bad business going on there, but like we've managed to get ahead of it. I also bumped into a lovely fella by the name of Rob. I'm calling him Postman Rod.
Postman Rod?
Yeah. Like I met up with him on the trail. Like, and we cooked him. Like, Buddy cooked him some gumbo. Like,
up near Circleville. The postman that's out of work. Yeah. I like him. I came through in a truck because I was picking up a dresser for Liar Killer a few months back. Picked it up off the Craigslist up there in Circleville, and I ran into him too. What a guy!
Yeah, he's dude, absolutely, an absolute gentleman. Like, I mean, furnished us with some good corn whiskey, like, which was really nice, like, when we were at camp, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's Rat's blessing. We just find the right people.
We do, man. We do. So, what's this thing you want to pick my brain about?
Oh, yeah. So I was thinking, I might have found a place where potentially we could raise up another cairn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's nothing concrete. I mean, I've been there. I went out yesterday, and I don't know. I'm just kind of mulling it over. But you know, I was thinking maybe, you know, you and your pack get back, and you and some of the people here go there, so we're not so concentrated. Because I mean, if anything happens to this place, I mean, it's a bad night at the OK Corral. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Like, I mean, it's certainly an idea. Like, if anything else, like, we don't know how we're gonna like how this thing like fighting Wolf's gonna play out necessarily. We're hoping that we'll bring him back and it'll be hunky dory. But even then, even if you got a dedicated cairn spirit, like you said, concentrated. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, at this point, I've been talking to Laughs at Leeches and you know catching up a little bit, and I think it's time that we kind of had a group that was between the two of us, between the city and out here, so that you know like they could respond to threats at both places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a buffer zone almost.
Yeah, and well, I found a place, and I couldn't track down the spirit there. I mean, I'm not the urge, but I could feel that there was a spirit there that had, you know, a decent amount of power about it. I just couldn't track him down.
Where is this place then, like, Timos?
It's in the Conway State Forest. It's outside of Charleston, about 30 minutes as the wolf runs.
30 as the wolf, okay. And you know anything about the spirit that does dwell there?
Nah, I couldn't find them. I mean, I found a few old glyphs that looked like they were from maybe like the late 1800s, but you know, they were all so worn down with age I couldn't really read them proper.
We got our Galliard maybe we'll take a look at that. Like,
yeah. Well, and y'all got every auspice in your pack, so I figure maybe once you're done with what you're doing, I could send you out that ways and you could check it out.
Sounds good to me, Timos. I'll pass that along to the rest of the pack.
All right. Well, let everybody know I'm thinking about them.
Oh, absolutely will. I'll pass something. Timos sends his love, folks, just so you know. Yeah, love back.
Right.
Yeah, Winona is attempting to lock in on Alayla now.
She smiles but lets out a howl.
Alright, man. Like, we'll hash over, like, we'll check it out on our way back. If we don't get anywhere with it, what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll discuss at length, and maybe we can go out there. I mean, maybe we could even convince Reaches if he's feeling up to the task. I obviously don't want to tap him unless he's up to it. Like, but you know, we'll figure it out. Absolutely.
He's feeling a little better. I think he's managed to shed a few of them years he put on sending y'all back the other day. So.
Oh, grand. Well, I mean, like, Magpie apparently owes me a fat stack of kush, so I'll be sure to like set him up with like something.
All right. Well.
All right, grand.
Yep. If you need anything, just give me a call.
Will do, man. Absolutely. Legend.
All right.
There, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Close that. Alright, and let's take a look at this last text. What does it say?
As you open the text, your phone kind of glitches out for a moment.
Oh, fuck.
Before it opens up a video call. And it rings once, twice.
No! Hang up!
And you go to press the hang up button, and then it disappears off the phone.
Oh, fuck.
And the call connects. And you see a kid, maybe in his late teens, early 20s. He's got kind of a shaggy mop of blonde hair, kind of wild-looking eyes, and it looks like maybe he needs a shave.
The first question I have is, does this phone even have a camera?
It does. A rudimentary one.
A rudimentary one. Okay, go.
It's just
Because I thought that'd be the funniest ever if I was getting a video call on a Nokia M23.
He says, hey, who is this?
Well, this is Yosef McCreath. Who's this?
I think I covered a phone call up for you guys the other day from a stranger's phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just hit my algorithm and I got patched through. What? Is everything okay?
Yeah, just fine. Yeah, not gonna lie, I was responding to a text message, and that's when I clicked it, and this call came up. So who am I speaking? So
Oh yeah, that's a program I had put in. You can just call me Kingfisher. It's fine.
Kingfisher, cool. So how? Yeah, just everything's absolutely fine our end, and thanks for the assist.
Yeah, no worries. What? Hold on. What clan are you?
Bonor.
He narrows his eyes.
I'm guessing you're a glasswalker?
Oh shit.
What?
Look. Okay. Look. All right. Fuck. Okay. Shit.
Man, come on! Don't leave me hanging like that. Like I'm the one who's the one to proceed to mysterious text.
Don't worry about it. I'll reach out again if I need anything. Okay. Bye. And the call hangs up.
Hang on!
Did he say clan? We don't have clans.
Oh, that's right. We don't use that
We
word.
we have
Joseph,
tried.
we are tribes.
I'm sorry. Right. He breaks that phone immediately. Thanks for the replacement phone, Magpie.
I thought something.
Now,
I thought
was that
something,
really necessary?
Yes, it was.
I thought it might be. Important to bring you another one.
Okay. Right. So we've got a potential leech with the name of Kingfisher, who now knows my name, and I mentioned the word Bonar.
Wait a minute.
God.
This is the person who covered up the emergency call with the mortal.
No,
The one
you,
I'm
the
the
spirit you talked to had a different name, right?
I thought it was a spirit. I had no guarantee. We were in a pinch.
They called themselves something else though, right? It was like Piper or something along those lines.
The Pied Piper.
Something seems to have crossed.
You also know, Yosef, that this being vaguely on the periphery of your knowledge, that a kingfisher is sometimes called a pied fisher in the bird community.
We got fucking duped. We got duped by a goddamn leech.
I made a deal with a leech, then, is what that means.
Which means
I
you don't need to
promised.
honor it.
Wait. You made a deal. For what? What was the deal?
I just owed a favor.
What is that? What do you mean?
I don't know. I just he asked for a favor to cover our tracks because we were out in the open.
Well, as far where'd you go?
I thought I was dealing with a spirit.
Kindred are worm tainted.
They are. But you know what that means, right? It means that if they're a goddamn leech, that you don't need to honor any debts that you have with them. Because we'll kill them if they try and go on them.
Buddy shifts his body language and kind of folds his arm and kind of looks like a disapproving father, just kind of like,
Yeah, Winona's like blushing and like looking down at her feet.
He didn't know.
She didn't know. She didn't know.
But they knew.
They knew. Which is concerning.
And we did cause quite a scene with that car accident.
Oh, this is
I
a
don't
bad
even know
time.
what you're talking about.
Don't you start.
Very confused. I don't think
Start wood.
When you disappeared, she looks at Chester when she says this. When you disappeared, there was a mortal that was covered in that scent, the one we are following, the corruption. Buddy threw a rock at their car and it caused them to have an accident. They hurt themselves. There was insistence on calling an emergency vehicle, and as Winona was doing that, something intercepted the call. Clearly a leech.
At least now we know it was a leech. Fuck.
I see.
This is probably a bad time to mention that there's a little bad blood between me and the leeches back in Charleston.
You mean the ones that you were killing?
Yeah.
Well, you're just full of surprises, aren't you, Cher?
You were doing exactly as Gaia bid. You were fine.
No, I was doing wet work on behalf of the Sept of the Awakening Eye.
Yes, work that Gaia bids. We are meant to
Really?
destroy the worm tainted.
You get a text
I
from
called
the
an
same
accident?
number, Yosef, on the other phone.
Oh shit.
And the text just says, "Don't worry, we're cool. Just freaked me out. I'll text later."
No, I'm typing back new phone who dis.
And I do feel the need to express something. It's daytime.
Yeah.
Question though, in my dealings for the Sept, would I perhaps know about the concept of thin bloods or ghouls?
Roll me an intelligence and occult.
Alright, this is where I'm glad I put fucking 4 into my intelligence. No, 3 into my intelligence. This could be bad. Okay.
You got this.
Alright, I'm on 2 rage, so 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Hey, marginally better than a full-blown leech.
Marginally. 2 successes.
You overheard leeches talking about the heralds of their apocalypse. They called them Duskborn. They talked about how they lived in neither world but were a part of both, and that they were harbingers of the end times, and that they were killing, specifically referring to a group of thin bloods, or rather Duskborn, killing a full-blown vampire in its haven during the day because some of them can walk in the daylight.
Killing, not diablerizing.
Killing.
Interesting. So they're daywalkers, but they are opponents of like. I mean, I don't know enough about Kindred Society, obviously, to break down why they might be doing that. But I'd say just like the leeches tend to kill each other a lot, and I do know that some of them can walk in the day.
Is that perhaps why he can message you? No.
It is perhaps why he's seeking allyship. It seems. But I will say this: it would need to be a very, very brave, like it would need to be a really, really brave daywalker, even the lowliest of their society, to want to reach out to Garu. They know we're mortal enemies. Maybe it's an enemy of my enemy is my friend thing. I don't know.
We have much to deal with. Perhaps this goes lower on the list.
The fact that he can track me on this phone is very concerning, to say the least.
Agreed.
Personally, I find it not as alarming.
You don't?
Daywalker or not, they're leeches. We have other things to deal with, and even if they know where we are, what are they going to do about it?
One problem at a time.
Perhaps.
Do you think their tracking is going to connect us from the Umbra?
Maybe
I doubt
not.
We shouldn't bring that phone back to the cairn, though.
No.
Now that
Agreed.
I agree with.
Agreed. Yeah, no, 1000%. That's not happening. Sorry, Magpie.
outside of
Regardless, perhaps they
So,
reached out because
well-
something is happening where they are.
So, like, while that's all being said, what are we gonna do now? We got stuff to do, don't we?
Climb
Yeah.
a mountain.
we have
Continue on.
Scorpion's favor, so we should climb the mountain and we talk to Manticore.
Back into the Umbra.
So yeah, King Aeolus told us that it will be treacherous, but we will be offered help. And we have each other. And together we will succeed.
Stick close, and we are back in the Umbra. Things following us when we were there last.
And keep an eye on Fox this time.
What do you mean, keep an eye on me? And you see Fox bursts out of the flames in his glowing golden shape. I keep an eye on you. That is my job.
Exactly, we're merely reciprocating when we're in Umbra, in the Umbra.
Are you suspicious of me, Chester?
Well, we should be. You promised to trick us.
Already tricked you. 1 down, 4 to go.
Just once could you just knock or send a polite letter explaining that you're coming over?
Then that would be pointless for the trick.
Oh, I have not begun to trick you yet, fights to the last. I will get you yet.
I'm sure I remember the promise. I remember.
Yes. Do you like mail? Written letters?
Man.
I like written letters. Found one with Winona's name on it.
You what?
Yeah,
You have it.
I might.
What do you want, Fox?
I want you all to find my friend, the old wolf.
That's the deal we
Yeah,
already
we're
made.
working on it. Yeah, we're working on it.
Climbing the mountain for it.
This
Yep.
sounds like a new one.
Just like Rocky Balboa. Climb the steps.
I don't know what that is.
It is a
We
movie.
need to show.
Good movie.
Yeah.
For its time, was a great film.
Do you plan to give Winona the letter?
Maybe. We'll see.
Please.
I don't know.
Well,
What do you want for the letter?
Ah, the right question. I want... I want you to embarrass Manticore.
Sorry. You know we're hunting for a wolf. You know that we rely on the good graces of Manticore in order to get that care, and you want us to piss off our host.
No. I did not say that you needed to embarrass Manticore before you get to where we're going.
how does
Ah.
one embarrass Manticore?
I could tell you. Could tell you when I give letter.
Winona, it's up to you.
This is a group. We are family. Yeah. Let's.
It's
Yes.
a letter with your name on it. We don't make
Yes.
the call unless you want us to.
From Jacksonville, Florida.
I'll grab her hand and just squeeze it gently.
What do you think? Is it worth it?
Is it important to you?
Yes.
Then we will do it. Because it is important to you.
Deal?
Deal.
Good. Then you will tell Manticore, you will tell him, you are a coward. You have never fought an opponent that is even your equal. You only fight those weaker than you. This will embarrass Manticore. It will embarrass Manticore because it is the truth. Fox is funny.
Does not want to laugh, but giggles a little bit.
There's a cold chill that runs up Winona's spine at the thought of saying that to a pretty powerful spirit.
Yes.
But she made a deal.
Yes, you should. You are all weaker than him. Could smash you. We'll need to run very fast after you tell him. Will be very funny.
Fox, why do you do these things to us?
Fair enough.
One
A bargain
minute.
made. And Fox kind of shakes his tail, and a letter falls out.
I swear if it's jury duty. Hold on.
And you go to pick it up. It does not have your name on the envelope. It says, from the Florida Department of Vital Statistics to Jack Keene.
She's saying this out loud. And
Or the Department of Vital Statistics. Is that like a census office?
Essentially.
It's where birth certificates and all that stuff is from.
she's gonna pop it open and pull out the butter.
Layla is going to put her hand on Winona's hand really quick and look at her, especially after the birth certificate comment was made. Did Jack ever take anything from you that would have your... what do humans call it? Stuff that makes up who you are.
DNA?
Yes.
I lived in the same house as him for my entire life, outside his past several years. Of course he would have access to that.
She's just going to stare. She's going to stare pointedly at Wynonna.
Winona, if you're still grabbing onto her, Winona's arm is shaking.
Yeah, she's essentially like holding your arm up.
Read it, child.
She'll take a breath and then pull it out.
So you pull it out. It's a short letter. There is another piece of paper behind it in the envelope. But it essentially says, condolences, Mr. Keene, but after a collaboration between Interstate Police and the Vital Statistics Office, we have determined that it has been a missing persons case for long enough that we need to consider this person dead. That any benefits hitherto and forthwith you will be the recipient of. If anything changes in this case, you'll be notified as soon as possible. And as you look at the piece of paper behind it, Wynonna, it is a death certificate with your dead name on it.
Oh, shit.
Layla will just wrap her arms around her and hold her.
She's gonna fall to her knees. She's laughing and crying at the same time.
You see,
Holding her the whole time.
it is complicated, but it is good news. They will stop looking for you.
I'm dead.
No. Fights to
My
the last
past
is
self.
alive.
Winona.
Winona is dead.
No.
You're legally
Winona's right
dead.
here. No,
The name
No.
on that certificate is not Wynonna.
Oh,
not Winona.
Wyatt's dead.
Has been for a long time. Takes humans so long to catch up. Their legs are so short and stupid.
Yeah.
Good news.
Complicated news.
Fox does not understand.
It is complicated, but I actually agree with Fox. It's pretty good news. On a couple of fronts, if I'm being honest, yeah. One, your dad has been looking for you.
Which means my
And
mom's
two-
been looking for me.
Yeah.
That's the
And two-
complicated part.
You get to live as who you really are, yeah.
Not that
Go
stupid,
on.
weak humans could have stopped you in the first place.
They've tried.
But you can, if you want, you can, I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but if you want, you can get a whole new certificate. You are who you are now.
Yosef, that does remind
And
me.
if you won't?
Laughs at Leeches was pretty adept at doing that
Yeah,
precise sort
I
of
was
thing.
I was gonna say, I know a whole Glasswalker set that could cook you up some documents, like if I could give you a full naturalized birth certificate.
And
legally
if you
Winona.
want to do it that way, I'll hold your hand for you and go with you.
And I think where we're
You know
going
what?
to end this session is Winona, as you think about all of this. You think of realities that you only half-baked thought of before. You could go to college. If you got a new identity, you could get a job. You could buy a house, rent an apartment, have a car. This affords you the opportunity for so many things that living at Wolf Creek you thought you were just going to end up having to stay shut in a little cabin, and yeah, it was a fun vacation for a year, but did you really want to live there? Did you really want to hide yourself in a place out in the middle of the boonies?
I could be me. Fully, completely, unashamedly me. I would like to add, as a player, I would like to add one caveat to that. The dread that she's been stifling off for 4 years is going to creep back as a tingle in the back of her neck as she thinks of those that she did care about back in Florida, those who never hurt her, those who helped her, her best friend. They also now think that she is dead and gone because of that. And it doesn't matter, that feeling doesn't matter what the name says on a death certificate. It's the fact that they have given up the search. And what that means to them and what impact that's going to have on them is something she's dreading.
7 years is quite a long time to keep a search going. But to all things, there must be an end, just like this episode, my dear viewer. And we'll see you next time. Same wolf time, same wolf channel. Bye-bye.